Associate Zach Denbrough, who worked for Bangor Hydroelectric, has for the reset well-footed blues called Take Care of Themselves. The thing was to get through this one, to get the power back on, and to forget it. In Derry, such forgetting of tragedy and disaster was almost an art, as Bill Denbrough will come to discover in the course of time. George paused just beyond the source at the edge of a deep ravine that had been cut through the dark surface of Richmond Street. This ravine ran on an almost exact diagonal. It ended on the far side of the street, roughly 40 feet farther down the hill from where they now stood. On the right, he loudly allowed the sound of solitary, childish glee, a bright runner in that dry afternoon, as a vagary of the flowing water dug his paper boat into a skull model, rapid which had been formed by the brick in the tar. The urgent water had cut a channel which ran along the diagonal, and so his boat traveled from one side of Richmond Street to the other, the occurrence crying it so fast that Georgie had to sprint to keep up with it. Water sprayed out from beneath his galoshes in muddy sheets. Their buckles made a jolly jingles as Georgie Denbrough ran toward his stretched death, and the feeling which filled him at that moment was clear and simple love for his brother Bill. Love and touch a regret that Bill couldn't be here to see this and be a part of it. Of of course, he will try to describe it to Bill when he go home, but he knew he wouldn't be able to make Bill see it the way Bill would have been able to make him see it. Their positions had been reserved. Bill was good at reading and writing, but even and at his age, Georgie was wise enough to know that wasn't the only reason why Bill got out as on report cards, or why his teachers liked his compositions so well. Telling was only part of it. Bill was good at singing. The boy nearly whistled along the diagonal channel, just a page turned from the classified section of Derry News, but now Georgie imagined it as a pity boat in a war movie, like the one he sometimes saw down at the Derry Theatre with Bill and Saturday Matinees, a war picture with John Wayne fighting the Japs. The pro of the newspaper bought three sprays of water to either side as it rushed along, and then it reached the gutter of the left side of Richmond Street. A fresh streamlet rushed of, over the break in the tar at this point. creating a fiery like whirlpool, and it seemed to him that the boat must be swamped and capsized, it leaning alarmingly, and the jury cheered as it raised itself, turned, and when rising on down toward the intersection, Jerry sprinting to catch up over his head. A grim gust of October wind rattled the trees, now almost completely unburdened of their freight of colored leaves by the storm, which had been this year a rainfall of the most ruthless sort.